welcome to the stream. Hi guys, welcome back. It's that time again. It's Monday, time for another stream. You'll notice I'm on the floor again today because I've got a little bit of a building project to do. I've got here a flat pack wardrobe which I'm going to be building during today's stream, just for something to do really. I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a moment, but first a little bit of an update. If you saw my story yesterday, I didn't actually end up going bridesmaid dress shopping today. It's been postponed until Wednesday, so fortunately it meant that I was able to get the stream out at the usual time, but it also means that my next stream, which I was planning on doing on Wednesday, that's going to be delayed instead because we're now going and doing that on Wednesday. But that's neither here nor there. The point is, today's stream we are going to be building a wardrobe. I'll tell you a little bit about why I've bought a wardrobe. If you have seen my previous streams, you may have noticed that my room is a little bit of a mess. I'll show you actually. I didn't realise during the last stream I completely forgot that I can flip my camera. There we go. Okay, I'll give you a little bit of a tour of the room. As I say, last stream I completely forgot that flipping my camera was even an option, so I didn't get a chance to properly show you the room. Here it is. This is my bedroom. Made a couple of changes since last time. First of all, put up a new poster. It's a map of Japan, if that wasn't obvious. Tell you more about that in a bit. But the important thing is I've got a big pile of clothes here and really nowhere to put them. That cabinet is already full. This chest of drawers over here is already full. I do have a clothes rail here, but I've got my computer there, so I can't actually use any of those coat hangers. So basically I've got a bit of a problem with clothing storage. And as you can see, there's not really anywhere in the room that I can fit a full-size wardrobe. But over here, in between these two windows, there's a tiny bit of space. It's a 40 centimeter wide gap, but it's just wide enough to fit like a really narrow wardrobe in. So that's what I've bought, and that's what I'm going to be building today. I've bought a wardrobe that will fit perfectly in the gap. That's what I'm going to be putting together while we do the Q&A. So I'll open it up and we'll start. We'll get started. I've got a few changes to the actual live as well this time. I've got 3 new moderators, so hopefully they'll be out in force today, giving me a little bit of a hand managing some of the comments. But in the meantime, we'll carry on as normal. If you have any questions that you want to ask, feel free to bring them along. And yeah, we'll get on with it. So, this wardrobe, by the way, is made by the same people who made my desk, so it's the exact same wood panels. If I just turn around a little bit, and you can see my my desk here. It's the same exact material, so it'll match quite nicely once it's all put together. There should be 2 of those. We got a question from Mike Hunt. Great name. I've transitioned for 3 years. I've been out for 3 years. Okay, then we've got the drawers, all canvas drawers because you know, wooden furniture's so expensive these days. So they're all made of canvas. Metal frame, obviously. There's the actual drawer. There's 3 of these. I think these pieces just go in the bottom to help keep the shape of it. So I've got 3 of these drawers. They are canvas, but they've got like a print on the front so that they still look like wood, which is nice. I've never actually put anything like this together on camera before either, so, you know, hopefully you guys won't put me off too much. What's with the cats on the live? I don't actually know. I think it's like a sticker that people can send. It's not me doing it. Quite a lot of these metal poles. I mean, it's just under 2 meters tall when it's put together, so all of that in a very small box is obviously, it's going to be broken down into quite a few pieces. I'm guessing this is the bolts. Yep. Plenty of bolts in there. There's the instruction book. There's a few more parts than I was expecting, to be honest, so I don't know how long it's going to take to put it together, especially on the live. Hope you're doing well. I am doing well, thank you, Jellybean. I've had a good day. As I said, I was supposed to be going out today. My nan's getting married at the end of the month, and I'm going to be one of her bridesmaids, which is very exciting. And we were supposed to be going shopping today for bridesmaids' dresses. But unfortunately it got cancelled until Wednesday. But I've had a good day anyway. I've kept myself busy. Obviously this got delivered, so I could have probably put it together before the stream started, but then I'd have nothing to do on the stream. Yes, bridesmaid. I am going to be a bridesmaid at my nan's wedding. I'm sorry, my nan actually loves me and she let me be a bridesmaid. If that upsets you, tough. Okay, that is everything. Put all the rubbish back in. So that's the box. As I say, there's a 2 meter tall wardrobe contained within that box. And we're going to get started with it. You're not well, mate. I am actually. I've got a little bit of a cold, so yeah, technically I'm not very well at the minute. If I sound a little bit sniffly, that's why. If there's any sneezing, again, sorry. I am a little bit full of cold at this moment in time. Are they real, these? No. Unfortunately not. I wish they were. One day they will be. But at the minute, no, that's all padding. I've got to be honest with you, that's padding. I need to put the instructions somewhere where I can see them and also see my phone. Put it up there. There we go. Will HRT help? It will. It will when I'm on it. I'm not on it at the moment. I've spoken about this in some of my videos before. I don't really want to go through the NHS because it's like a bloody 30-year waiting list or some crazy thing like that. And I can't really afford to go private at this moment in time. So it's something that's sort of on hold at the minute, but it's not really a massive priority for me. I'm quite happy as I am right now. So, yeah. Why do you all feel TT is a big wardrobe you can all step out of? I'm not sure what you mean by that question, Sleepless Jam. If you want to rephrase it, maybe I can answer it. Your voice, will that change, or are you happy with it? So, the thing about HRT is it doesn't change trans women's voices. Once your vocal cords are, like, loosened up, they can't be tightened again. So, trans women on HRT, the voice will not change. For trans men on HRT, though, their voice will change. So, a trans man will get a deeper voice just by being on hormones. For me, to get a higher voice, I've just got to train it. So all you've done is put some lip gloss on. Actually, I'm wearing a bit of foundation as well, but thank you for noticing the lipstick. It's not gloss, it's lipstick, actually. Do push-ups. I can't do push-ups. Is that the answer you wanted? I can't. Okay. So HRT, basically fake it until you make it. No. So even if I went my entire life not being on HRT, it wouldn't change the fact that I'm a trans woman. I'm a trans woman now before I start HRT. I'll be a trans woman after I start HRT. I'll be a trans woman for the rest of my life. So HRT is not a necessity for being trans. All these screws are in tiny little bags. There's so many of them. But I'm nearly there. We will actually be able to start the putting together soon. Top is so cute. Thank you very much. The top is from Primark if you're in the UK. I believe it was like 12 quid, I want to say. But I like the ribbed design. I've got a lot of tops that have got a similar sort of ribbed pattern. Do you ever get sad after these comments? Oh, knocked my phone over there. No, thank you for asking, Heather. I don't really bother with the hate comments that much. They're there. I don't ignore them because, you know, I feel that they should at least be acknowledged, but I don't really care about them, you know. Nearly there. These are the feet, I think. They go on the bottom and they're adjustable. 2 more bags of screws, and then we can finally start putting it together. This one's got the Allen key in it. Put that to one side. We can see your muscles, mate. You've got testosterone. That's funny because before I came out, I was like frequently told that I have no muscles. So it's funny how I've got the exact same lack of muscles now, but just because I now identify as a woman, obviously you call out how muscular I am. I have no muscle at all. Are my parents proud? My parents are proud. I went to visit them this weekend, actually. Okay, last bag of screws, and then we can start the building. Well, I say screws, but they're actually bolts. And as you can see, there's quite a lot of them, and quite a lot of pieces. Let me just show you. These are all the pieces here, so how long it's going to take, I don't know. Don't care what you are, but I don't like being ignored. I'm not trying to ignore you. There are a lot of comments. If you want to ask again, sometimes the questions just I don't see them because they're scrolling quite fast. So if you feel like you're being ignored, please, that's not the case. I am trying to read the comments. There's just a lot of comments going on. So, you know, keep asking. And as I say, I will try and answer as soon as I see your comments pop up. What am I building? I'm building a wardrobe. I keep saying wardrobe. It's not actually technically a wardrobe because it's not enclosed on all sides. It's more like a chest of drawers with like a clothing rail mounted on top of it. But I'm going to keep calling it a wardrobe because it's easier. Not to be rude, but do I plan on doing vocal training? Yes, I do. I am actually doing vocal training at the moment. I've been doing it for about a month. Obviously, this is not my trained voice. This is my natural voice. But it's something that I'm working on, and eventually I'd like to show it off. I'm not going to show it off today, so you know, don't bother asking. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it. My voice is something that I'm not massively bothered about. I don't really like the sound of my voice, but I also don't really care what other people think of the sound of my voice, so I'm quite happy to just carry on speaking in my normal voice for the time being. Okay, number 5, I think that's those. There's another one. Oh, these are the bottom. So these hold the drawers. I think that's the bottom. So the feet go into there. Here's the feet. Let's put them in. I might, hang on, let me lower the camera a little bit so you can actually see what I'm doing. There we go. Lost it already. One on that side. If I can find the hole. There we go. This last one doesn't want to go in for some reason. Aha, there we go. Got it. That's the feet, and they're adjustable to keep it nice and level when it all goes together. Deeper voice than my dad. I don't think my voice is actually that deep, to be honest. For a woman, yeah, but I mean, in general, not the deepest in the world. Again, it's another thing that before I came out, my voice was frequently commented on as not being very deep, but as soon as I come out as trans, or I've got the deepest voice in the world all of a sudden, you know, like, make your mind up. Is it deep? Is it not deep? I don't know. Okay, number 4. That's a 2. That's a 2. Probably should have sorted these into numbered piles before I started. There's a 4. There should be 4 of those. That's a 3. 2. 1 second. 2, 2, 2. 2. Got him. That's all the 4s. Okay. And what else do I need? A's. Oh, that's the small ones. Okay. Okay, so these go in there. All the way around. There we go. What am I setting up? I'm setting up a wardrobe. I need the storage space. I've got a lot of clothes and not really enough space to store them all. So I bought myself a new wardrobe. It cost 42 quid off Amazon. It arrived yesterday. And that's what I'm putting together right now. There's no hole there, interestingly. Okay. Let's do the other one first. Need a trim? No, don't think so. This is my hair, if anyone wants to see it. Been growing this for 3 years. No intention of trimming it anytime soon, but thanks for the comment. Oh. Yeah, 3 years. The last time I had my hair shaved, I used to get it shaved when I was a kid, was just after Christmas 2021. That was the last time I had it cut. When I came out, it had been growing for about 6 months, and obviously I haven't had it cut since I came out. So it's been about 3.5 years-ish. What do I identify as? I am a trans woman. What shampoo, conditioner do I use? Head and Shoulders. That's all I use. I don't use anything extra expensive or fancy or anything like that. I don't spray it or gel it or what have you. It's literally just Head and Shoulders, and I wash it every day. And this is the result. Okay, we got a slight problem here because there's some holes that are supposed to be here that aren't. Oh, they're on the other side. Okay. Found the holes, don't worry. I'm going to have to peel all the stickers off afterwards as well. If anyone's ever bought flat pack furniture before, it's always got these stickers on it that are impossible to get off. They always leave like a horrible sticky residue on when you take them off. It's quite annoying, but I mean, how else would you label the parts, I guess? And last one there. Those veins are mental, yes. As I said earlier, you can. I'm quite thin, not muscular. If you can see my veins, yeah. So can I. Don't worry, you don't have to point it out. Oh, I've got carpet hair on my Allen key. There we go. Okay, so there's our progress so far. We got to the two sides there. On to the next page. What are your pronouns? My pronouns are she and her. Thank you for asking. Okay, we need the two number 7s. That's these ones. I think we're connecting these two big pieces together now. So and I need some B's, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that can't be right. Hang on a second. Is it those ones? Might be those ones. No, it's these. It's these. Okay. Was I born a boy or a girl? I was born a boy. It says boy. It says male on my birth certificate currently. But one day, hopefully, it won't. I'm currently in the process of changing my legal gender. This time next month, I should be getting my new passport with my with female on it, and hopefully in a couple of years' time, I'll be able to get a gender recognition certificate and change my gender on my birth certificate as well. Means nothing. Well, actually, it means something, because when you have to prove your gender in whatever legal circumstance, the birth certificate is the proof that you use. So once I've changed it on my birth certificate, yes, that will be absolute definitive legal proof that I am female. So okay, there we go. It's starting to come together. And then this piece goes on the other side there. Ooh. 2 more of those. Ooh. People fought in wars for this. Yes, they did. In fact, the very first sex change operation in the UK was on a World War II RAF veteran. So, yes, people really did fight and die specifically for this, and I'm so happy for them for doing that. You know, my heart goes out to all the brave soldiers who fought for us in both the First and Second World War and various other wars. There we go. I'm trying to remember the guy's name, actually, because someone commented that I just made that fact up. I definitely didn't make the fact up, but I can't remember off the top of my head what his name was. If someone wants to look that up and put the name in the chat, just Google, like, World War II fighter pilot trans, and it will probably be the first result. It was, I believe, like 1952. But it's definitely not something I made up. It definitely happened. Okay, now we put in one of our shelves. One of these shelves. I think these are exactly the same size. Yep, they are. And that goes... Let me turn it over. I'm building a wardrobe, and it's starting to come together. As you can see, it's very narrow. As I was saying earlier, the space that it has to fit in is a very narrow space, so it had to be a very specific size to fit in the gap that I need it to. Roberta Cowell, thank you very much. Callum Hall. Roberta Cowell is the name of the RAF fighter pilot who transitioned just after the Second World War, yes. Is Saul your birth name or a name you chose? Saul is my birth name. I was actually named after the lead guitarist of Guns N' Roses, also known as Slash. You may have heard of him. My dad, massive Guns N' Roses fan. Two of my sisters are also named after members of Guns N' Roses. But yeah, I'm named after Slash, whose real name is Saul Hudson. And when I came out, I thought, I really love my name so much. I didn't want to choose a girl's name just for the sake of it. I was really happy to keep my name because I really like that name. So yeah, my birth name is Saul. That is the name that I've always had, and it's the name that I'm always going to have. Do I like boys or girls? Yes. How far into my journey are you? Am I recording my progress? So I guess I've technically recently started recording my progress. The reason that I sort of started to make more trans-focused content on TikTok is because I wanted to talk about it more. I've actually been on TikTok since before I came out, and a lot of my older videos, you know, I just play the piano. But recently I wanted to start making content more specifically about my, you know, about my gender and about my transition. I've posted a couple of videos so far talking about various aspects of my transition, and I would like in future to use this TikTok as a sort of record of my progress. I've lost my Allen key. Oh, it's there. Just tighten these up. Do I take stuff for my voice to change? Unfortunately, no. As I mentioned earlier, there isn't really anything that you can take to raise your voice if you're a trans woman. Your voice basically is determined by your vocal cords and by how tight they are, right? And when you go through male puberty, testosterone causes the vocal cords to loosen, and that's why male voices get deeper as they get older, right? Unfortunately, HRT for trans women, it can't tighten them back up again, so there's no way to get the voice higher again. But for trans men, taking testosterone does loosen it. So if you're a trans man on HRT, your voice will change. Trans women, no, you have to do voice training. Okay, there we go. We're making good progress. Am I running from myself? I mean, I'm sitting down at the moment, so no. You can have voice surgery. I don't think it's really necessary. It's expensive and not really worth it because you can achieve good enough results through voice training. You don't really need to have surgery on the vocal cords. It's something that you can have, just like you can have facial feminization surgery or breast augmentation or whatever. But for 90% of people, HRT will do most of the work for you. And with your voice training will do most of the work for you. Okay, where are we up to now? Three, 2, and 2. That's those ones. And those ones. Can I speak femininely? Not right now. So, as I mentioned earlier, I've only been voice training for about 2 months, and it's I'm not really confident enough in my feminine voice to start using it yet, so I'm not going to be doing it on the stream, so please stop asking. What's my map of? It's of Japan. You probably can't really tell because it's reflected at the moment, but if I flip my camera real quick, you'll be able to see. Oh, this is a map of Japan, and it is actually in Japanese as well. Got that from a culture fair in Bristol in 2019. There we go. Yeah, so it might you can't really tell that it's Japan from this angle because the camera is flipped. I could flip it the other way, but I don't want to. Okay. I need to work out which is the front and which is the back here. This is the back. Okay, Super Bash, I'm insecure about my Adam's apple. Are you struggling, and do you have any advice and tips to hide? I don't really have any tips to hide it because I don't try to hide my Adam's apple. As you can see, it is quite prominent. Everyone has cartilage here. Everyone, all human beings have cartilage here. It's just it tends to be more pronounced in people who are born male. But everyone has it. There are a lot of cis women. There are a lot of supermodels that have Adam's apples, right? Which are conveniently ignored by transphobes, obviously. But everybody has this. Some people just have slightly bigger ones than others. And I really have no shame in the fact that I have a large Adam's apple. You know, yes, that's an Adam's pineapple, says Woody. Again, yeah, it's big. I've got a big Adam's apple. I like it. I don't care. How long did it take you to wear heels? I've only worn heels once. I've got them here, actually, on my shoe rack. These are the only pair of heels that I own. They match this top, actually. I didn't realise. I wore them once a few months ago for a wedding reception. That is the only time I've ever worn heels. It was quite a lot easier than I was expecting, to be honest. But I don't really have many occasions where they'd be appropriate footwear. When did you go out trans? So I think you're asking when I came out. I came out in July 2021, so almost exactly 3 years ago, to my family and friends. I came out publicly in October 2021, and since then I've been publicly out full time. Okay. You look older than 25. Thanks, I guess. Maybe stress ages you. The stress of dealing with all the troll comments has aged me 30 years, perhaps. Okay. I've been getting a little bit distracted. I want to try and get back to the actual construction here. No, you just look mature. Okay. Sorry. Thank you. If it was meant as a compliment, then thank you. I'm not even sure where I am on the instructions, actually. I've completely lost track. Okay, these go here. Right. One there. One there. And then the other two here. What am I building? I'm building a wardrobe. It's starting to come together now. Hopefully soon we'll be able to see, get some idea of what the finished product is going to look like. But we're definitely making progress. Okay, I need some of the short screws again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pronouns. My pronouns are she, her. Thank you for asking. I've lost my Allen key again. I keep putting it down and losing it. Where? There it is. Okay. Where's the hole at the back? Okay. There we go. I might do a little bit of a room tour at the end of the video as well. I did a little one at the beginning, but I'd like to show you what's changed since the last stream because I have made a little bit of progress. If you can see the shelf behind me, just there, the middle one with all the Lego on it. Last week that only had the Kingfisher there, but I've since put a few of my other models together and got those up on the shelf, so I'll show you those in a bit. There we go. I've dropped it again. It's quite a small Allen key, this. Can't really get a good grip on it. And also, for some reason, it's got an Allen key head here, but this part is a screwdriver head, so I can't actually use this side of it as an Allen key, which is handy. Would have probably been easier to just include a separate Allen key and screwdriver, but, you know. And of course I could go and get my own Allen key, but I'd have to leave the room, and I don't want to leave you guys unattended. Oh, sorry, there was a bit of a question there. Are you a boy or girl, or non-binary, or prefer not to say? I'm a girl. Well, a woman. Victor there is determined to ask, what public bathroom do you go into? I don't use public bathrooms at all because they're gross. Does that answer your question? Okay, we're getting there. Let me move a little bit further back so you can see. It's getting quite big now. Same again on top. I didn't really think this bit through because it's getting so tall now that I can't sit on the floor anymore. So I'll try and put it together with the actually, hold on. If I put my camera there, move this Coke bottle. There we go. The only thing is I'm a bit further away from the phone now, so I can't see the questions as easily. Do I still have a Mickey? Yes, I do. I'm not going to show it to you, but yes, I do. You can probably see it a little bit if you look now. But I'm not going to give you the full view. My hair's getting in the way now. Move it to the other side. There we go. Why can I see it perfectly? It's very pronounced. You know, it's quite sizable. I don't want to brag, but oh, hold on. Am I going to remove it? No, I have no immediate plans, or indeed unimmediate plans. I'm quite happy with it, to be perfectly honest with you. This one doesn't want to go in. Am I attracted to man or women or trans? Yes. I'm attracted to all humans. I mean, not like every single human. That's not what I meant by that. Please don't take it that way. Drop my Allen key again. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. I might need to take a seat for a minute just to see where we are with the instructions. Ooh. Ah, okay. We're doing good. Okay, we are... Oh, we're actually only halfway through. There's still quite a lot left over there. But we're making good progress. It's just hard to find somewhere to put the camera that it doesn't fall over. Where were we? Oh, time for the top bit, I think. We've got 2 of these to go on the top. Ooh. Oh. Don't mind me, I'm just destroying my desk. Need that one. And that one. So one of these goes there. Come on. And then the other one at the back. That way. Sorry, I will get back to answering questions in a moment. This is just a little bit physical, this bit. There we go. And then for those ones. Are they balloons? They're not balloons. It is padding though. All right, mate. I'm all right, Michael. How are you, mate? Oh, hang on. I've missed. What have I missed? Oh, the board. Right. Hold on. I'm 2 steps ahead here. Hang on. What does AMA mean? AMA means ask me anything. But it doesn't mean that I'll tell you anything. It just means you can ask anything. Okay, we're getting there. There we go. Will your lot ever stop? Stop what? I'm literally just putting up a wardrobe. Ah, I see what I've done wrong here. Am I happy or happier now? Yes, without doubt. Despite what people might have you believe, and despite what some of the comments are trying to suggest, I am happier now than I've ever been in my entire life, and I mean that most sincerely. I'm incredibly happy. Have I thought about changing my voice? Yes, I have. I am voice training at the minute. I will not be showing off my feminine voice today, so don't ask. But I am voice training. There we go. Other side. Right, there's something that has gone a little bit wrong here because the holes aren't where they're supposed to be. Unless... Aha! Don't worry, I've figured it out. There we go. Could say the same about yourself. What does that mean? Please tell me what that means. Is that supposed to be an insult? A compliment? I don't know. Like some of the comments that you people leave, I genuinely don't know what they're supposed to mean. I will still have to get a prostate exam at 40. Yeah, I probably will, but that's 15 years away, so I don't really think about it that much at this moment in time. Okay. Back to the instructions. Oh, sorry. There we go. Right, I think it's time to put the top shelf in. this piece here. And then this is the actual coat hanger rail. Okay. Okay, serious question just because of curiosity. Have you had the surgery transition and did it hurt? No, I haven't. No, I'm not planning to. I don't know whether it hurts or not. Okay, this is the top. But again, you can't actually see the top. There we go. That is where the top piece is going to go, but I kind of need to put the camera somewhere. Hold on. There, maybe? Oh, this is not working, is it? I can't find anywhere to put the camera where you can actually see the top, so I'm just going to have to leave it here for now. And you'll see what it looks like in a moment. But this is where the top is going in now. Sorry if I don't read your questions, I'm a little bit preoccupied. I will get to them. One there. There we go. There we go. Now I can hold the camera up while I tighten them. It's so much easier if you use pat keys to screw them in. Yeah, I'm just using what came with the kit, to be honest. I have got other bits and pieces downstairs, but I think it's easier to just use what comes with the kit rather than trying to fish bits out to use instead. But it's coming together quite nicely. Please shout me out, it's my birthday. Happy birthday, Jamie Jabor. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Ooh, nearly there. Ooh, that's definitely tight enough. What's the shelf for? This is for my clothes. If you look over there, there's a big pile of clothes over there. That's what this wardrobe's for. That's what I'm putting it together for, to fit all those clothes in. Okay, if we stand back a little bit, hold on. So that's the size of it. It's just under 2 meters tall. I just need to put the drawers together, and it's more or less done, to be honest. And then hopefully I'll be able to get it in the corner and get it all together. Okay. So the drawers, as I mentioned earlier, they're just canvas drawers because wooden furniture is nightmarishly expensive these days. So they just pop out like this, and then we pop the base in. There we go. And then screw one of the handles on. Actually, where's the back for the handles? Is that... No. Oh, it's these. Okay, got it. Can I ask you a question? Yes, please do. Please ask any questions you might have. That's what I'm here for. Oh, now I need the screwdriver bit. Okay. I see why the Allen key's got a screwdriver on the other end of it now. I need them for these drawers. Am I a student? I'm not a student. I was. I have a degree in game design from Bath Spa University. I graduated in 2020, so 4 years ago. There we go, there's draw number 1. What games do you enjoy and do I game? Yes, I do. I do enjoy gaming. Let me just show you my setup actually, because I haven't had a chance in today's video. Oop. There we go. This is my gaming setup. As you can see, I've got a steering wheel for simulator games. And I've got a sort of L-shaped desk because I've got one side for gaming and then the other side for working. So that's my desk. I do play quite a lot of games. I also make games recreationally at the moment, but I'd like to hopefully actually have a job in the field of game development one day. But for now, it's more of just a hobby, and I also do happen to have a degree in it. Okay, someone asked, I might need to scroll back a bit. I think someone asked if how long have I been playing the piano? Okay, I've been playing the piano for about 8 years, I want to say. Well, when I say 8 years, I've been playing the keyboard for 8 years, but my first actual acoustic piano I got 4 years ago. And there is actually a big difference. I feel like a lot of people don't get how different it is playing a keyboard compared to a piano. Just for the fact that the keys have a completely different weight to them. It's going from playing one for so long to another to the other is kind of jarring actually. But yeah, so keyboard for about 8 years, piano proper for about 4. Is that wheel and shifter for truck sims? Yeah, so I've actually got the steering wheel, side panel, and foot pedals down there. I don't know if you can see them. I use those for Euro Truck Simulator and Farming Sim, mostly. But they're also compatible with SnowRunner. I don't know if anyone's played SnowRunner or MudRunner before. They also work with that, and they're really cool. So in terms of simulator games, those are my main two, Farming Sim and Euro Truck. I also play a lot of Train Simulator, but the steering wheel obviously isn't compatible with that because trains don't have steering wheels. Am I trans? Yes, I am trans. I will show you the map on my door in just a second. Let me just put together this last draw. There's the second one. The only problem is because they're canvas, the handles are a little bit wobbly. But that's just one of those things, you know, when you get canvas draws. They're not always necessarily the strongest things in the world, but they are cheap. And money is, of course, an object in these situations. There we go, that's better. I think I'll have to make this the bottom drawer because the handle's very loose on it. There we go. And one more. Yeah, I think probably off camera later on I might see if I've got any washers that can do the job. Like I say, I don't want to go downstairs now to look for screws and washers and stuff because I don't want to leave the stream unattended. But I'll probably come back off camera and sort that out later. You're so feminine, especially with your deep voice. Thank you, Laurie JF. I'm glad you appreciate that some women do have deep voices. And I am one of them. And there's the last drawer. So we got 3 drawers. I'll go and slide those in now. And then I'll come back. Hold on. There we go, it's coming together. Last but not least, I've just got to put on the clothing rail at the top. Let me go back to my desk, actually. There we go. What am I building? I'm building a wardrobe. I'm almost finished building a wardrobe, actually. This is the bit where we come to the tricky part. It's not actually a wardrobe. I know the title of the stream is wardrobe building. It's actually just a chest of drawers with a clothing rail mounted on top of it. It's not a fully enclosed wardrobe. But I'm going to call it a wardrobe anyway, because it's easier than calling it a chest of drawers with a garment rack on top, which is what it actually is. Okay, so I need that's these two, I believe, two of these. Sorry, I'm just looking back through the chat a little bit. Nizzy says, bet your parents don't talk to you no more. Actually, I saw my dad on Sunday. I took my unicycle through. In case you didn't know, I bought a unicycle the other day. It's over there in the corner. I've literally had it for less than a week. But my dad said to me that he apparently can ride a unicycle. He's never mentioned it before in his life, but he mentioned to me that he can apparently ride one. So when I went to visit him at the weekend, I took it with me to see if he could actually ride it. He could not. Okay, we're nearly there. I'm going to take the... Should I take the camera there, or should I bring the thing here? I'll bring it here. There we go. What's your name? My name's Saul, S-A-U-L. Okay. Pop this up here. And the other one. I'm still here. Sorry if you can't see me. Hang on. It's so hard to just get my phone to stay in a certain position. Okay. I don't want to see you, then stop watching the stream. I haven't seen your content before this stream. What do you post usually? I post a little bit of everything. A lot of my most recent videos are about transgender topics, but I want to post about my other hobbies as well. I post a lot of piano videos, and in the future I'm going to post videos about my unicycling, my railway modelling, Lego, etc, etc. So I've quite a diverse range of content planned, to be honest. Why do you have that voice? This is the voice I was born with. That's, you know, it just is what it is. Come on. Nearly there. Why don't you get a voice surgery? Because I can't afford it, and I don't really want it, to be perfectly honest. Can I understand others' point of view? That depends what about. What point of view are we talking about here? Okay, there is the curtain railing. Hold on, let me just get a coat hanger to test it. Perfect. And I think that is pretty much it. Oh no, hold on, there's one more thing I forgot about. There's these pieces that go at the back to give it a little bit of extra support. Make sure we put those in before we slide it into place. Which side is it supposed to be on? I'm not actually sure where these are supposed to go. Bit of a problem. Oh. Am I supposed to take these out? Ah. Yeah, I think I am. Okay, I figured it out. They're supposed to go across here like this, and then the other one goes the other way and makes a bit of a cross like that. There we go. And I need these screws. Four. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to figure out what I've done wrong. Following the instructions while answering questions is not the easiest thing in the world. A and C. I think we might be missing a screw. Might have fallen off or something. What am I doing? I'm building a wardrobe. I'm nearly finished. Literally on like the last step, but I appear to have misplaced a screw. So it's not going to quite come together as planned, unfortunately. Okay, I'm gonna have to use one of these in there. And that's probably what the spanner's for. They've given me a whole spanner just for one single nut. Although, to be fair, the Allen key can probably do it better. Where's the blue shirt from? This is from Primark. And it's actually not a shirt. Stick around and I'll reveal to you what it actually is in just a moment. Okay, this doesn't really want to go together, unfortunately. Ah, hold on. I see what I've done wrong now. There we go. This bit's very fiddly for no reason. Okay, I think I might leave that bit for now. It's only it's only a little bit of extra support for the back. We don't actually need it to put it in place, so I think we'll get it in there now. Do I live near a good LGBTQ plus community? It's reasonable. To be fair, there's not a lot of like community activities and stuff like that. But I do live in a fairly accepting place. It's you know, sort of just generally understood that people are okay with me being who I am. I'm out in public all the time, and people don't really say anything to me. You know, anything that people do want to say to me, they don't really have the balls. Generally, people will say all kinds of stuff online, but in real life, they are too cowardly to actually call people out on anything. So yeah, generally speaking, people are quite civil. Even if in private they're not the most civil, like to my face they are, which I guess is all I can really ask for. Okay, so I think we're probably going to put this in place now. Do I live near a school? Yes, I live relatively near a school. There is a school in the town that I live in. Not quite sure what you're trying to get at with that, but yes, I live in the vicinity of a school. I think, you know, most people do. Okay, so we're going to get this in place now. here's the finished product. I'll try and get a better shot once I've got it in place. But first I'll show you where it's actually going to go. So if I flip the camera again, over here, let me just move this curtain. So as I was saying earlier, the room, there isn't really space for a wardrobe, with the exception of here, in between the two windows. And this wardrobe that I've bought is the perfect width to fit in that gap. So that's where it's going to be going. Let me flip the camera back again. Okay. Move the unicycle. And then move this cabinet. And then hopefully the cabinet's going to fit here in the gap. There we go. There we go, it's a perfect fit. Let me just... there we go. Perfectly fills the gap. Does exactly what I needed it to. So, yeah, can't really complain. It's done exactly the kind of job that I wanted it to. So, that was basically what I had planned for this stream, was building that. But I am going to stick around a little bit longer to answer questions, of course. There are these two pieces left, which were supposed to be like a support bracket for the back, but I'm going to put that in later because one of the screws is missing and I'm going to have to go and find a replacement to it at some point. Saul won't answer questions about ideology in school. What is your question about ideology in school? Please tell me. I think I already know, but go ahead and ask anyway. Is Ashbridge Industries for your game development? Yes, it is. The games that I have developed solo as, what's the word? Recreationally. I've not actually published any games, but the games that I've worked on, I do use like Ashbridge Industries as the sort of studio name. And if I ever did get to publishing my own games commercially, that'd be the company name that I would use, Ashbridge Industries. Say my name, please. It's Erin. Hello, Erin. Well, okay. So, user lots of numbers. No. You are the one who's claiming that ideology is being taught in schools, so you please tell me what specifically you want me to comment on. Say my name, please. It's Byron. Hello, Byron. Anyone else want their name shouting out? I'll happily do that as well. Just going to have a little bit of Coke because I'm quite thirsty. Say my name, please. It's Marcus. Hello, Marcus. Do I like men or women? Both. Is the bird the one from Jak and Daxter? I don't know what Jak and Daxter is. I think you might be referring to this bird here, though, which I'll show you in a minute. I'll show you my Lego shelf in a moment. So, your dad must be proud. Yes, he's very proud. As I was saying earlier, I went to see him at the weekend. We had a little bit of a drink. Good time. He's one of my biggest supporters. Everyone in my family, so supportive, so just accepting and open. It's great. It's great to have family that love you. You know, I'm sure you can't relate asking a question like that, but it's quite a nice feeling, I've got to tell you. Okay, so, Saul, you know it's wrong. What's wrong? What, again, please tell me specifically what's wrong. You can't just keep saying that things are wrong and then not tell me what specifically you want me to comment on. Can you shout me out? I'm Jasper Femboy. Hello, Jasper Femboy. Here's your shout out. Okay, so I don't really know what to do now. The work's been done. If people are going to keep asking questions, then I'll keep on answering. We'll probably carry on for like another 20 minutes or so. So if you do want to ask any more questions, please keep them coming. When did I come out? I came out 3 years ago in July of 2021 to my friends, in August 2021 to my family, and in October 2021 publicly. Those were my sort of 3 coming outs. And none are still around. Nope, they're all still around. My dad actually comments on quite a lot of my videos. It's a little bit cringe, but I can't stop him. He is a huge supporter of mine. When I said I don't want surgery, does that include top surgery? Yes, it does. I don't really feel that I need top surgery. Once I'm on HRT, hopefully that will do most of the work. Rob, again, I don't know how I could. I know I don't like really have proof that my parents support me. You just kind of have to take my word for it that they do. Yeah, HRT. The thing is, I don't know how big they'll get because they say that it's sort of like the size of your female relatives, like minus a cup size or so. So I don't want to comment about the size of my sister's breasts, but it gives me some idea of how big mine might be if I start HRT. But yeah, I don't plan on getting surgery. I'm hoping HRT will do most of the legwork. Okay, while it's a little bit quieter, I'll show you my Lego shelf. Because it has actually been updated a little bit since last time, and I'd like to show you what's changed. There's the Lego shelf. I showed you in the last stream the Kingfisher here that I got for my birthday this year. Over here, I've got Vespa. This is one of my favorite Lego sets. I got this for Christmas the year before last. It's even got a little helmet with it, which is really cool. Over here, this is a Lotus Evija. I'm not really a massive car fan, but the set's quite cool. Then we've got the TARDIS, obviously. This is not an official Lego set. This is a custom design made by me. And last but not least, I'm not going to tell you what this one is, actually. If you know what it is, please let me know. I'll tell you later on. But this is another mock. It's not actually my own design. I got the instructions from a Lego fan magazine a few years back, but it's by far one of my absolute favorite models. And if you can tell me what it is, I will be really impressed. But those are my Lego models. That's the Lego shelf. That's the train shelf. I'll talk more about that later because it's not really set up at the moment. Oh, actually, I will take my hair down now, actually. The only reason I had it up was because I was building the wardrobe and I didn't want it to get in my face. But this is what my hair looks like down. I'll leave it down for now. Sunshine 75 N-Gauge. Yes, it is an N-Gauge set. My first ever train set when I was a kid was double O gauge, a Hornby starter set. But double O gauge just takes up so much room, so I moved over to N-Gauge about 10 years ago, and I've been with it ever since. I'm very, very happy with N-Gauge. And for those of you who are not into model trains, N-Gauge is 1 to 144 scale, anywhere up to 160 scale. So yeah, it's very compact. You can fit quite a lot on. As you can see there, I've just got like a little shelf, but even on that shelf, there's room for quite a bit of track. I'm gonna have another drink. Actually, it's quite warm. I do actually have a tiny bit of double O gauge, but not in the form of actual runnable trains. I've got a shelf up here. Let me flip the camera, actually. I've got a shelf up here with some plastic double O gauge models on it. They're all static, none of them actually run, but they're pretty cool models all the same. And anyone who's into trains, you'll probably recognise a few famous faces there in the middle. But those are the only double O gauge that I've got. Oh, and yeah, I've got a giant Nuka-Cola bottle cap from Fallout. Please ignore the dirty wall. It needs repainting. It hasn't been painted for a couple of years. But yes, the Nuka-Cola bottle cap, that's not official Fallout merch as far as I know. I got it from like one of those art and craft kind of shops that's got all the giant Coca-Cola and Pepsi and Budweiser and all the different bottle caps. And I found a Nuka-Cola one and I thought, I'm having that. So, yeah. Why is everything in your room either damaged or destroyed? It's not. The wall's a little bit scuffed because it hasn't been painted in about 3 years, but I don't think anything in my room's particularly badly damaged. Adam's apple, yep, take a good long look. Nice big Adam's apple there. Okay, we're starting to descend into the usual troll comments, so I think we might start to wrap things up in the next 10 minutes or so. If anyone wants to ask any more genuine questions, then please go ahead. But yeah, it always gets to that point about an hour and a half or so into the stream that it starts to just get bogged down with all the spam. But if anyone has any more genuine comments, like I say, I'll try and keep things going for a little bit longer. Excuse me. Never ever been mistaken for a female. Well, I am female, so it wouldn't be a mistake, it would be correct. Get a haircut? No. Do you have a dick? Yes. Do I believe in God? No. What does it say on my passport? At the minute, it says male. I'm currently in the process of applying for a new passport, so this time next month, it will say female on my passport. What's my new name? I haven't changed my name. I've kept my birth name, which is Saul. What's my favourite piece to play on the piano? Actually, it's a piece that I played very recently. If you look back at one of my most recent videos, I play the train chase from Wallace and Gromit, The Wrong Trousers. That is one of the most fun pieces of music I've ever played in my life, and it came out really well as well. So if you want to hear it, it's not my most recent piano video, but it's my second most recent one. Please go and check it out. It was a lot of fun to play. It's a lot of fun to listen to. Oh, and also, they actually, literally a week after I uploaded that video, they've announced the next Wallace and Gromit film. And Feathers McGraw, the villain from The Wrong Trousers, is coming back, which is really crazy. It's such a coincidence that that was announced like just after I put that video out. But for any Wallace and Gromit fans out there, yeah, there's a new one coming this year, and the Penguin returns. Am I on testosterone blockers? No, I'm not. I've already gone through male puberty, so it's a bit late for that. I think possibly when I start HRT, it would be something to consider, but at the minute I'm not on HRT, so no. Opinion on Christianity? Indifferent, to be quite honest. I've got family members who are Christian, and they are also accepting of who I am. I don't really have a problem with Christianity. I have a problem with people who use it as an excuse to be horrible people, but, you know, the people I know who are Christians are also really nice people. So, yeah, I don't have a problem with the religion itself. Emma says, I'm a Christian, embrace everyone. Thank you, Emma. That's exactly the kind of Christian that I like. Have I had the change? What change do you mean? Top, bottom, hormones? The answer is no to all. Am I a vegan? I'm not a vegan. At the risk of this being taken out of context, I like meat too much. Make of that what you will. What are my pronouns? My pronouns are she, her. Thank you for asking. What's the most offensive thing someone has told to you as a trans? Interesting question. In real life, nothing. Literally no one has ever said anything transphobic to me in real life. It's only online. Like, the facelessness of being online leads people to say stuff that they just simply wouldn't dare to say in real life. Like, that's just a fact. I have never been directly targeted in real life. Only online. Ooh. Knocked my phone a little bit there. Thoughts on Duolingo? I use Duolingo. I'm actually on a 117-day streak on my Japanese on Duolingo. I've been learning Japanese on and off for about 8 years. Oh my god, you look so much like your father. Actually, to be quite honest, I look more like my grandfather than my actual father. Like, I don't have any pictures of my granddad to show you, but I look more like him than my dad. Say something in Japanese. Watashi no namae wa Soru desu. Hajimemashite. He must be proud. He is. My dad's incredibly proud of me. I just said my name's Saul. Nice to meet you, by the way. Do I believe in God? I don't personally believe in God, but I am not opposed to people who do, in general. My granddad would be proud. I don't know because he's dead. But I like to think he probably would be because he was quite supportive of the community in general before I came out. So yeah, although he's not here with us and I don't want to speculate, I think he'd be a supporter. Good, he got away nicest. Okay. That might actually be the most offensive thing that someone said to me online. It's a good job my granddad died so he didn't get to see me be trans. That's gotta be high on the list of offensive remarks there. So thank you for giving that one to me. Is my hair real? Yes, this is real. Very real. What footy team do you support? I do not watch football. My dad supports Newcastle. I've got a hair in my eye. It's still there. I've got... You know when you've got a hair hanging in front of your face and you can't find it? Do I get offended when walking down the street and someone calls me sir or mate? No, because people don't do that. Like, when you're walking down the street, someone doesn't just shout "Oi, mate" at you for no reason, you know. So I don't get offended by that because it doesn't happen. Yeah, also, yeah, especially as someone from the north of England and just from the UK in general, mate is a fairly universal term anyway. Like everyone calls everyone mate. So it doesn't really register as a gendered thing. Where am I from? I am from Harrogate in North Yorkshire, but now I live in South Yorkshire. If someone calls you lad, does it make you feel sad? No. Simply no. How old are you? I'm 25. Do I fancy men or women or neither? I fancy both. When did I start my transition? 3 years ago. When did I know I was transgender? 3 years ago. It was somewhat sudden. Not to say that there weren't signs there in the past, but it didn't click into place, if that makes sense. Like looking back on my childhood, there were a lot of signs there, but it was only 3 years ago that it really sort of in my head. I thought, hang on a minute, put the pieces together. I'm trans. So yeah, that's the story basically of how I realized. Ignoring the question won't stop it coming back around. I don't actually know what question you've asked. If you want to ask it again, please do. When did I learn makeup, before or after? I learned after. I have two sisters, so I got a lot of tips from them. They've helped me out quite a lot in my sort of presentation and makeup and outfits and stuff like that. They've been very good to me. What time does my live end? I'm not sure. I was planning on ending it at 4:30, which is like now, but I'm happy to keep going if people are happy to consider to continue asking genuine questions. Do I believe in afterlife? That's a bit of a heavy question for a TikTok live. I'm gonna say I don't think there is, but I hope there is. We'll leave it at that. I can't see the question that you're asking me, Shane. I can't answer it because I literally cannot see the question that you're asking. Maybe it's being deleted as you ask it. I don't know, but I genuinely can't see what you're asking. Am I taking meds for my voice? No, I'm not. Unfortunately, there aren't any meds that you can take for your voice if you're a trans woman. You can have vocal surgery, but I don't plan on doing that. I'm happy to carry on just voice training, and eventually that should get me the results that I want. No, I won't. I'm not sharing my girl voice today. Sorry. You can ask as much as you want, but it's it's not happening. It's not ready to be debuted to the world yet. So that's not going to be happening. Uh, how long ago did you learn to do your hair? I didn't really. So I don't actually do anything in particular to my hair apart from comb it and wash it every day. It's not like styled or anything. This is just like the curls are natural. The length is just the 3 years of natural growth. Um, yeah, so I haven't really learned to do any fancy styles or anything with it. I'm quite happy to have it like it is right now, and I'm hoping that it will continue to grow. I've said in a previous video, my goal is to get it down to my waist, and at the minute it's getting there. It's already it's a good way uh, towards it. What surgeries did you get? I haven't had any surgeries. I haven't had plastic surgery. I haven't had any surgery at all. How did I get my hair so long? It's just growth. That's literally just 3 years of growth. Long hair. I think it's possibly a partially genetic thing. My dad, when he was my age, he had like shoulder length hair, so I think like fast hair growth is maybe just runs in the family. But his was never quite as long as mine is now. How did my parents react when I told them? Very well. The first person I actually came out to was my stepmom. Love my real mum to bits, obviously, but I just felt more comfortable approaching my stepmom with it first. So she was the first person that I came out to, followed by my dad, followed by my mum, and they were all very, very accepting. No, my dad wasn't trans when he grew out his hair. You see, the thing is, the length of your hair is not affected in any way by your gender. Don't know how to tell you that any clearer. What are my pronouns? She, her. Thank you for asking. Has anyone not been supporting? Actually, no. To be quite honest, nobody in my family has been outwardly unsupportive. They might have their reservations in private. I can't see into their heads. But in general, yeah, no, everyone in my family, my close family, my extended family, have just been great about it. Did I struggle with school being transgender? I wasn't actually out when I was in school, so I can't speak about any sort of experience from back then. I didn't actually come out until after I'd finished university, so yeah, I haven't experienced school as a trans person. I dread to think what school is like for trans kids. Probably horrible when every day the government is talking about whether or not we should be allowed to exist. But yeah, I don't personally have any experience of being a trans child. Do I use female toilets? No, I don't use public toilets at all. They're gross. Yeah, people really are obsessed with toilets. I just to make it clear once again, you can ask me over and over again, it's going to be the same answer. I just don't use any public toilets because they're gross. Yes, I was born in 1999. Are they real? No. No, they're not real. One day, but not today. Is there anyone else in my family that's trans? Not my immediate family. My godfather has a trans kid. So, we're not like blood related, but like he's like part of the extended family. So I guess technically, yes. Hole or a pole? Pole. Pole. Have I had any surgery? No. What flag behind you? That's the transgender pride flag. Are you okay about having a prostate exam when you're 50? Yeah. It's something that I need when I'm 50. Yeah. I'm not going to be 50 for another 25 years, but when I am, yeah, I'll get a prostate exam. Do I ride motorcycles? I don't ride motorcycles. I've got a unicycle, but no, I don't ride motorcycles. Do I support LGBTQ? I am LGBTQ, so yes. Does any of my family disagree with me being trans? Nope. Do I say scone or scone? I say scone. Asking there's the real hard-hitting questions that we need there. Yeah, I pronounce it scone. Am I from England? Yes, I am. Warm or cold milk? Now there's a question. I like cold milk. Where's the wardrobe building? The wardrobe's finished. It's over there. That thing in the corner there. Unfortunately, the wardrobe building's done. If you're just here for the wardrobe building, I'm sorry. We've already finished it. I do apologise. Cereal first or milk? Cereal. No, because if you put the milk in first and then pour the cereal on top, the milk splashes about. It's got to be cereal first. These are the questions. These are the real questions that I was waiting for, guys. Keep these questions coming. Pronouns. My pronouns are she and her. Thank you for asking. Did the chicken come first or the egg? I think that's probably beyond the realms of this TikTok live. That's getting a little bit philosophical there. Mackey's or KFC? I prefer Mackey's. I'm more of a Mackey's gal. Do I drink? I do drink. My drink of choice is cider. That's mostly because when I didn't really drink much until I went to uni, and I went to uni in Somerset, and obviously Somerset, very big place for cider, so cider is my drink of choice. Particularly Thatcher's Haze. That's the stuff. Is my name Ash or Ashbridge? My surname is Ashbridge. My first name's actually Saul. Dogs or cats? I'm a cat person. I like dogs, don't get me wrong. Love a good dog. But me personally, I prefer cats. Kopparberg or any other cider? Kopparberg's nice. I do like Kopparberg. I prefer... I like fruit cider, but I also prefer sometimes to just have straight apple cider. You know, sometimes I don't want the fruit. I just want plain cider. But Kopparberg's good. And Recorderlig, another good one. Yeah. Where did I get the shirt? Oh, actually, I needed to do the big reveal with the shirt. So this is a shirt from Primark, but it's not actually a shirt. Hold on. It's actually a dress. It was a dress the whole time. So, yeah, it's a dress, but I wear it as a shirt because it looks really good as a shirt. I've actually got a couple of dresses that I like to wear as shirts, and this is one of them. I think this looks better as a shirt than a dress, to be honest. But I didn't want to take a pair of scissors to it and cut it up, just in case I want to wear it as a dress at some point. What's my real name? My real name is Saul. Are you ever going to change your voice if that's possible? I am doing voice training, but I'm not going to show it off right now. That's all I'll say about that. Okay, did you get your name changed to Saul? Nope, Saul is actually my birth name. Saul's the name that I was given when I was born. My dad's a big Guns N' Roses fan, and the lead guitarist of Guns N' Roses is Slash. Real name is Saul Hudson. You may have heard of Slash, you know, widely considered to be one of the best guitarists ever. And that's where I got my name from, Saul. And when I came out as trans, I considered changing my name. I actually considered changing my name to Rose, but I just couldn't get on with it. I was very happy with the name that I've already got, so I decided to keep Saul, and I made Rose my middle name instead. So my name is still Saul. I've got the same name that I was born with. Do I get a lot of hate online? Yes. In real life, no. What are your parents saying? My parents are very supportive. They are incredibly supportive. I know that I can't really prove that, you've just got to take my word for it, but they are. Do I like boys or girls? Both. How do I cope with homophobia? I ignore them. Do I get looked at in public sometimes? Yeah. I mean, obviously, people are gonna look at me in public. That's just a thing that's inevitable. But the thing is, people will look in public, but they won't say anything. Like, even if they want to say something, they just won't dare. But yeah, I get looks, but I just don't really care. Have I ever had any surgeries? No. Will I ever be able to get pregnant? Maybe. I mean, right now, no, but through the wonders of medical science, probably within the next 10 or 20 years, I genuinely believe it will be possible for trans women to get pregnant. So maybe, maybe one day there'll be a little baby soul that came out of me. We'll see. Tea or coffee? I prefer tea. Big tea drinker. Yorkshire tea, obviously, because I'm from Yorkshire. Don't get me wrong, I do like coffee, but coffee has its place. I'll have a coffee in the morning, but the rest of the day I'll be drinking tea. Do I like sport? No, I'm not really a very sporty person. I'm quite an athletic person, but I don't play sports, if that makes sense. I do a lot of solo activities like jogging, cycling, hiking, that kind of thing, but I don't really play like group sports. So, do I like sport? No. Do I like athletics? Yes. If it's a girl, would you call it Rose? I think if I did have a daughter, I would like the name Rose, yeah. I mean, it's kind of personal to me, obviously. It's the name that I was going to use for myself. I think, yeah, that would be quite a good name for a daughter, actually. And I suppose if I had a boy, I'd probably call him James because James is my old middle name. That's what my middle name used to be. And my other middle name was Bernard after my granddad, so I'm definitely not going to be calling a kid Bernard in this day and age. No offense, granddad. Think granddad's already offended. We'll never know because he's dead. Drop hair routine right now. My hair routine is I wash it with Head and Shoulders every day. That's it. What do I identify as? I identify as a woman. Would I get bottom surgery? I'm not planning to in the near future, but maybe one day. We'll see. How old am I? I am 25. Favorite color? Green. What's my name? Is Saul. Do I intend to have transgender surgery in the future? I've already said no. I'm not planning on having any surgeries. I want to take HRT, but that's about it. Pink or blue? I think I prefer blue actually. I do have a few pink outfits, but I don't really have many situations where I wear them. I think blue in general, I'd prefer to wear. HRT is hormone replacement therapy. So basically, for a trans woman, that is estrogen. For a trans man, that's testosterone. Why do I not want surgery? I don't feel that I need it. Most of the effects that I want can be achieved through HRT, like breasts, for example, don't really need to be augmented. I can get breasts through HRT. Facial feminization is also affected by HRT, so that's not necessary. My voice, I can train myself. I don't need to have any vocal surgery. The only thing that won't change on HRT is down there, but I'm not really bothered. I'm quite happy with what I've got down there already. So yeah, surgery is just not something that I'm really particularly bothered about. Is my top bit fake? Yep, this is all fake. This is all padding. They're not real. One day, but not today. Would I say England is a trans-friendly country? Interesting question. I think people in general are. I think on like a government level and like a political level, absolutely not. I mean, every single day the Tories are trying to basically get rid of us completely from the face of the earth, which is fun. But I think in general, actual people on the street are really way more accepting than they want you to believe. Like, no matter what the government tries to tell you, the vast majority of people are okay with it. Is my father proud? Yes, he is. Went to see him on Sunday, had a drink with him. Real great time. Yes, he's a very supportive guy. I'm not okay with it. It's horrible. Well, fortunately, you don't speak for the entire population of the British Isles, so sorry. Am I British? Unfortunately, yes. What did my mum say? She was great about it as well. She's a little bit less. She doesn't really get it as much, but she's very accepting. Did I lose any friends when I came out? No. Most of my friends are very open and accepting of the queer community. A lot of them are members of the queer community. I've got friends who are trans, non-binary, gay, bi, you know. So I'd already surrounded myself with the kind of people who would be most likely to accept it, and they all did. Will I lose my accent with HRT? So HRT doesn't change your voice. For trans women, the only way to change my voice is to do voice training, and I do intend to try and keep my accent as best as possible. What are my pronouns? She and her. Thank you for asking. How old am I? I am 25. What gender? I'm a woman, a trans woman. Why did I turn? Because it makes me happy. How long did it take to grow my hair? 3 years. What's my dream job? I just want to do something with game design. That's what I have a degree in. That's what I currently do, recreationally as a kind of hobby. And I'd just love to work. I'd love to be able to publish my own games. I think that'd be really a dream job for me. Do people ever judge you because of the voice than the body? Yes, they do actually. Back when, well, it was a couple of years ago. I remember I was getting on the bus one day, and I didn't actually ask. I didn't actually speak to the bus driver. It was, you get on and you pay with your card, contactless. So I got on and I touched the card machine, and it wouldn't print out my ticket. And he said to me, "Sorry, love, it's not working at the moment." So I said, "That's all right." And as soon as he heard me, he said, "Oh, I'm sorry, mate." Like he changed up real fast as soon as he heard my voice, which I think means that, by looking at me he couldn't tell, but by hearing me he obviously could. So yeah, it's there's definitely been a couple of situations where the voice and the looks are not quite matching what people expect. I have zero sympathy for you. I'm not asking for your sympathy. I could not care less whether I have your sympathy or not. When did I come out? 2021. July to my friends, August to my family, and October publicly. My favourite shop? Probably Home Bargains, to be quite honest. I love a good trip to Home Bargains. You never know what you're going to find. Am I attracted to males? Yeah, some of them are okay. Have I ever tried changing my voice? Yeah, I am currently doing voice training, but I'm not comfortable showing off my trained voice just yet. So please don't ask me to. Am I attracted to women? Yes, more so than men, but both are okay. How old am I? I am 25. Happy Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, of course. Two things can happen at once. Yes, it is Pride Month. It is also Men's Mental Health Month, and both should be equally should have equal attention. There are men in my family who have suffered with mental health problems, and of course I want to show solidarity with them as well. So two months can happen at the same time. Are you at uni? I'm not at uni. I graduated in 2020. What's my current and dead name? My current name is Saul. It is also my birth name, so technically I don't have a dead name. What are my pronouns? She, her. Thank you for asking. Saul. Saul. As in Better Call Saul. That's not where it's from, but that's probably the most famous Saul that you might have heard of. Yeah, Saul. Have I had any surgeries? Nope. Better call the doctor, you mean? Funnily enough, I'm actually seeing my doctor next week. He's going to give me a letter confirming that my change of gender is likely to be permanent, and I'll be able to use that to get my passport changed so that it says female on it. So yeah, I will be seeing a doctor next week for that specific issue. Am I keeping the name Saul? Yes, I am. Were my family happy for me? Yes, they are very happy. What part of the UK am I from? I'm from Yorkshire. Is it NHS? My doctor is an NHS doctor, yes, but you do have to pay privately for the fees of any letter from a doctor. So, yeah. Favorite British biscuit? I like ginger nuts. Myself, I'm a big fan of ginger nuts. Do I have any pets? No, not at the moment. My family have pets, but me personally, no.
Do I want kids? One day, yes. But I'm in no rush. I saw you play piano. Have you been practicing for long? I've been playing piano for 4 years, and before that I played digital keyboards for another 4 years, so 8 years in total. I thought this was a wardrobe building. The wardrobe's been built. The wardrobe building finished. So unfortunately, if you're here for the wardrobe building, it's already been done. Sorry. Is this your real hair? Yep, this is 100% real. Am I real? Yes, I am a real person. I'm definitely not an AI construction. 100% real. Do I have any siblings? I have 4 siblings, 2 brothers, 2 sisters. And I'm the oldest of the 5. How long have I been growing my hair out? For 3 years. My last cut was in 2020, Christmas 2020, and I got it like shaved. So it's been growing for about 3 years and 4 months. Can we see the wardrobe? The wardrobe's over there. It's not, as I mentioned earlier, it's technically not a wardrobe because it doesn't have like panels on the sides. It's like a chest of drawers with a clothing rail on top of it, but I call it a wardrobe because it's easier. Where's my top from? The top is from Primark, and as I mentioned earlier, it is actually a dress. Do I play any other instruments? I used to play violin a very long time ago. Unfortunately, I don't anymore. I do have a ukulele, but I'm not very good on it. It's mostly just the piano. How did my siblings react? Quite well. The first one that I came out to was my oldest younger sister, if that makes sense. They're all younger than me, but the closest one to my age. I came out to her first. She was in tears. It was a very emotional moment. It was great. It was really nice. And then I came out to the others later. I came out to the other 3 like all at once. Unfortunately, I can't share her clothes because we are different sizes. I'm significantly taller for obvious reasons. I am a sister. They all call me their sister. My sister has a son. He's 2 years old, and he calls me his auntie. I am known by everyone in the family as daughter, sister, auntie, whatever. And it feels pretty great to have people around you who love you and accept you. You know, despite what people online might say, everyone around me is so amazing and supportive. What video games do I play? I play lots of different video games. I was talking earlier about simulators. As you can see here, I've got a steering wheel. I play a lot of like Euro Truck, Farming Sim, Mud Runner, those kind of things. But I play other games as well from all different sorts of genres. My favourite game of all time is Oddworld Abe's Exodus for the PS1. I actually have the original PS1 version. I don't have my PS1 set up at the minute, but yeah, I do have a PS1. What surgeries am I getting or have I had? None and none. I haven't had any, and I don't plan on having any anytime soon. How old am I? I'm 25. Do I have GTA? I do have GTA 5. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to get the steering wheel to work with GTA 5, but I'm sure there's a way. I'm sure I'll be able. I have actually managed to play Burnout Paradise with the wheel, which was an interesting experience because it's not a racing wheel, it's a heavy-duty, like, agricultural wheel. But I did manage to play Burnout Paradise with it, and it was quite fun. Whose apple is that? That's mine. That's my Saul's apple. Yeah, unfortunately, I think it might be possible to do it on GTA with like a third-party plugin, but by default, GTA doesn't support it. How much do I bench? I don't. Have I seen the new Call of Duty Black Ops 6? Yes, I have, and I'm quite looking forward to it. I am personally a big fan of zombies specifically, so that's pretty much going to be the only reason that I get it. But yeah, I will be getting it. Don't listen to hate online. I fully intend not to, don't worry. It doesn't affect me in any way. Do I wear makeup? Yes, I do. I'm wearing makeup right now. I'm also wearing lipstick. And if anyone's interested, the lipstick is Laval number 70. The colour is Bonbon. What are my pronouns? She, her. Thank you for asking. How old am I? 25. My live was going to end at 4:30, but I carried on because people were still asking questions. It has just gone 5 o'clock, so actually I will try to wrap things up soon, but there's a few more questions that I want to answer. Someone's just asked, what's my favourite fizzy drink? I'll show you because I've got a can of it right here. 1 second. My favourite fizzy drink is the one and only Irn-Bru. When did I change gender? 2021 is when I came out, if that's what you're asking. Dr. Pepper is good. I do like a nice Dr. Pepper, I've got to be honest. Dr. Pepper's up there, but for me, Irn-Bru, oh, this just edges it out. Did I call it a fizzy drink? Yeah, that's just the phrasing in the question. I don't actually call it fizzy drink normally. This is a can of pop. That's what I call it. That's pop. Sprite's good. Fanta also good. There's a lot of great pop out there. In terms of Fanta specifically, I like Fanta Lemon. Fanta Lemon is my favourite Fanta. Probably followed by Fruit Twist. Do I like trousers or skirts better? It depends. I like skirts because they're a little bit. They keep you cooler in the summer. Let's say that much. But for riding bikes and my new unicycle, trousers are definitely a better option in that case. What bike do I have? I don't actually have a bike. I have a unicycle. I'll go and grab it for you. Oh. This is my unicycle. I bought that a week ago. I've literally had it for less than a week, so I can't actually ride it yet. but I'm learning. I've always had bikes. I've always been very into bike riding. But I wanted to get a unicycle because they're more compact. You know, if I want to get on the bus or the train, it's a lot easier with a unicycle. So as soon as I've learned to ride it, I'm gonna be riding that thing everywhere. What's my favorite type of apple? Ooh, I don't know. I've never thought about what my favorite type of apple is, to be honest. I don't want to say Braeburn because that's a bit basic. Maybe Granny Smiths. I'll say Granny Smiths. Oh, that was an Adam's apple joke, right? Good one, good one. Yes, I do have an Adam's apple. Thank you for noticing. Pink ladies are nice. They're expensive though because they're like, you know, they're posh apples. Is the hair real? Yep, this is real hair. Okay, we're coming up on 10 past 5 now. It's been over 2 hours I've been streaming, so I think I am probably gonna have to call it a day here. Thank you all for being here. If you have any questions that I didn't get a chance to answer, my next stream is going to be on Wednesday, so please feel free to come along to that. It's going to be at the same time, 3 p.m. I don't know what I'm going to do for it because I don't really have any other projects to work on. I've already finished building the wardrobe, but I'm sure I'll think of something. So if you want to come along to that, please do. And before I finish, I'd like to ask a little favour. I wouldn't normally do it, but I think now would probably be a good time to ask. A couple of weeks ago, I posted a couple of selfies. One was from 3 years ago before I transitioned, and then one was a more recent one. And unfortunately, it kind of went viral on the wrong side of TikTok. It's got over 100,000 views and less than 1,000 likes. So I'm asking you now, if you feel like it, please go and check out that video. It will be pinned. It's not pinned at the minute, but I'll make sure it's pinned at the top of my page. Go and give it a like, leave a nice comment, repost it if you feel like it. Or if you feel like doing the opposite and leaving negative comments, you know, you'll be one of the thousands of other people who've done that anyway. So, you know, go for it. But yeah, I'll pin that post. If you feel like helping me out a little bit, get it back onto the right side of TikTok, then please go and interact with it. But that is going to be it for today's stream. It's gone very well. Some interesting questions, certainly more interesting questions than last time. The building of the wardrobe has been quite fun. I'm going to try and figure out where these two pieces go and where the missing screw is that was supposed to go in there. And yeah, I'll see you on Wednesday for the next stream. So once again, thank you all for coming. Bye-bye.